Greetings, one and all, to your fortnightly dose of game tasting shenanigans.
Smooth. So smooth.
Smooth. And we obviously have... I won't do it this time. I won't. We have the lovely Yi, who is again assisting my tomfoolery in doing these game taster reviews. I am trying to sound coherent at the same time
as dealing
Nier
with bullet
Automata.
hell.
Yes, seriously. Like, I didn't know when the next phase of bullet hell would actually be introduced while playing it, so I thought, need to show people that it actually exists. So I paused just before it was due to bullet hell, and
You are now regretting this?
no.
No, I don't believe you.
No. Oh shit. So there's going to be some cursing during this. I don't think there's any way I can avoid it.
I think it's kind of goes with bullet hell stuff. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to swear at things. I'm just remembering a certain bullet hell, but it could be a spoiler. Oh. Yeah, possible spoiler from the tale. There's a bullet hell part at the end of it. And it is just like,
okay.
fuck you! Fuck! Or trying to beat Undine in a genocide run. No, my RSI kicks in at about halfway through. It's like, fuck this. Excuse my language. But that is my feelings on the that is my feelings with regards to that. I will beat it one day. One day. Okay, so you are playing Nier Automata. How'd you find out about it?
So it was kind of pimped like all over Steam and things when it was coming out. I think it was like March 2017. And I was interested in it, and I was hearing interesting things about it. But
It's pretty.
yeah, I mean, and this is coming from someone that the stream for your side has been turned into garbage, you know.
It's actually not doing too badly.
Yeah, it's at 15 frames per second at 480p. And yeah, so if you think it looks pretty your end, promise you it looks so much prettier my end.
Yeah.
Spike!
Ow.
Ah.
I thought I caught that.
Oh, frame rate has just died. If you do, like, tumbles and stuff, nah. You don't like those.
Eh.
To you too. Right, actually, that's something we should probably cover before we continue any further, is, does this taster have any spoilers? And if so, should people tune out?
I am going to be skipping as much of the plot as possible. So any cutscenes or anything, I will just flat out cut out. So there's going to be like the odd thing of this is world building, lore and stuff, but there will be no major spoilers in this because we won't get that far into it.
At least not intentionally.
Certainly
So,
not.
right, yeah. Nier Automata. You enjoyed it, you heard about it on Steam. It's Squeenix, isn't it?
No, it's Platinum Games.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Goddamn moose.
Where did I... Did you got attacked by a moose?
I got attacked by a moose.
Did the moose kill you?
No, it's really badly hurt me, mine.
Yeah. Why did I think it was Squeenix?
I don't know. Yeah, it's Platinum Games.
Cool. So, how long have you been able to... Or how long have you been playing this?
So, I think I picked it up when it first came out, and I played the first playthrough through it, which is like the A ending, and then I saw what was entailing the B ending, and I was like, nope, not gonna bother. But many months later, after its release, I was like, I'm interested. I've seen all these clips and bits of footage and things. I don't know how to fish. I've never learned how to fish. I'm just saying. I've never understood how you fish in this game. Anyway, so I saw this clip and I'm like, I've never seen it in my playthrough. And for one holiday, I had time off. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna play the B ending that I don't want to play. And it turns out that I'd only played half the game. And I was like, what the fudge? So if you do go away and buy Nier Automata, and I do strongly advise it, make sure you get to do the A, B, C, D endings. E is really simple afterwards. We're skipping this.
Okay.
So any time that I can skip, I will just skip.
So this is the
So
resistance.
you've just listed A, B, C, D, and B. So that's 5 endings.
Yes.
How many endings are there?
26.
Number
I'm going to be honest, most of the endings aren't as advanced as the first 5. Like, so, one of them was I accidentally did something that the game wasn't expecting me to do, and as a result, I just got this ending, and I was like, what's going on? So right now, I'm talking to these random people, and they are giving me side quests to do.
Right.
So, yeah. I say talking, I mean skipping the dialogue. So, like, you can tell this is like a JRPG, because it's like, how do I save? What's an access point? So on and so forth. And
Right.
I'm good.
Well, I was about to ask, what type of genre is this? Or which genre is this game? And yeah, so JRPG elements at least.
Yeah, I would say it's a good mix between JRPG and your sort of like action adventure-ish kind of game, like Devil May Cry and things like that.
So no turn-based combat.
No turn-based combat.
Woohoo!
Though to be fair, what's the name of that game? Final Fantasy 7. No, not 7. 15. Actually, to be fair, the 7 remake. Most of the Final Fantasy games, they're losing the turn-based combat in it, and it's just like, lol.
Not complaining.
Okay,
That
so-
and random battles just annoy the crap out of me. The only thing I can just about stomach it with is Pokemon. I can take that. But yeah,
Indeed.
I think it was FF 8 or maybe 10, one of the two. Really. It was just like, I just want to walk across the road. Come on, guys, let me cross the road.
So, like most JRPGs, there are save points, and this is how you typically access them.
So no auto-saving.
No, there's no auto-saving. Additionally, you can fast travel around the world if you have, when you get to a certain point in the game, and you have multiple of these big canister things unlocked.
Our satellite resolution
Oh yeah,
is
it's so
low.
typical.
Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
Feature
RPG.
for, well, feature for a lot of games now, you
Don't
know.
let anything get in your
Zelda would not be as fun if you had to travel that map. Good lord.
So, in Breath of the Wild, you have fast travel.
Pretty early on as well. You have horses, which help, but you have fast travel, but you have to go and find the fast travel points and the shrines and stuff. So
As typical.
yeah, so and thankfully they're not too far apart. They're every so often, so it's like, thank God I've just walked up this mountain and there's a shrine. I never have to do it again.
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it.
But there is a lot of exploring, and there's some stupid number of shrines I can never remember, but it's annoying. There's a lot. Help.
Anyway, see you later.
Okay, so right, so you said that you're saying you've played through it a lot of times. How long did it take you to finish the first time, and then the extra?
So, I don't consider, oh god, what, finishing it just on the A and B playthrough as finishing it at all, right? So, it took me about 30 hours to get to the C and D endings.
Okay, so not too bad actually.
Man, these chores are
No,
all
I thought it was
fun.
excellent. That's a very nice, healthy length of the game, especially when I paid full retail price for it. And most games these days, like, you know, oh, let's take another pot shot at Destiny 2. I paid more than I did for Nier Automata, and I completed it in 6 hours. Exactly. You know, that's a ghastly short period of time.
Yeah.
You know, I've spoken to some people that say that they've completed the main campaign in 2 hours. And I'm like, not quite sure I believe that.
Either way, if I had paid it, start again. If I had paid full retail price for Destiny 2 and completed it in 2 hours, I'd have felt ripped off. I'd have felt ripped off at 6 hours.
I can tell you, I felt very ripped off.
Yeah, we know your views on this. Okay, so does the game perform well? Are there any major bugs or anything like that?
So I'm gonna. God damn it!
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. So there's like a wall here, an invisible wall. I can't actually walk through this. It's like, but I can fit through that. Why won't you let me walk through it? Yes, I strongly recommend getting Nier Automata on PlayStation 4. You can get it on PC. I'm playing it on PC. I'm playing it with a Steam controller. It is seriously built for the PlayStation 4 in mind, not the PC. And that,
This is the place that weapons
like,
trader was talking about.
before we were recording this,
I'm picking up hostile
oh shit!
There's a thing there, by the way.
Yeah, before we were recording this, well, I knew there was a thing there. I just didn't know it had a giant ass axe. Anyway, before we were recording this, I spent about 6 hours trying to get the game to work again on my PC. And there's some brilliant people on the Steam community that do some amazing support for the game. There's one of the glitchiest features of Nier Automata is its weird ass full screen resolution. It's not 1080p at all. It's something really weird. But they sort of stretch it and things.
Right, that's a bit odd.
It is very odd, but there are fixes. There are third-party mods, so to speak, to improve the performance of Nier Automata and to get it to work. Also, I'm not calling it Nier Automata, because that's not how Latin. Just saying.
Oh dear.
Anyway, yeah, so I personally would advise people get it for the PlayStation 4, but if you really want to play it on the PC with some perseverance, you can get it to work, and it is such a damn good game.
And from what you were saying earlier, if you have a 4K monitor plugged in, don't have a 4K monitor plugged in.
So it's now actually working on the 4K monitor again. So I spent hours trying to get this fucker to work again. Like, you know, I visited Yi over the weekend, and literally we did nothing. We turned it on her PC, and we were able to play it no problem whatsoever, with the occasional Steam Link hiccup.
What, you mean it's screaming every time it tried to do something complicated? Because it was trying to go over my wireless network and it didn't like it. And I didn't have another network cable that we could use.
Why do I have a... Oh, I have a notification that we're recording in 10 minutes, by the way.
Alright.
Anyway, so I was like, there's got to be a way to get this to work. And I looked it up online, and people were saying that they had issues with the Oculus Rift, that they had to get certain DirectX libraries reinstalled, some C++ libraries installed. You know, you had to run Windows updates, graphics card updates. And in all honesty, the person saying that they had an issue, like, I can go through this door, why can't I go through the other one? Look! In, out. In, out. Anyway. The person complaining about the Oculus Rift genuinely made me think about it. And I thought, What happens if I unplug my 4K monitor? Sod's fucking law. That fixed it. Right? I don't even run the thing at 4K because my graphics card can't cope with it. Oh, that really upset me massively.
I could make a comment about how things generally upset you anyway, but oh wait.
Like Java. JavaScript.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Windows.
Everything.
Macs.
Just everything.
Nier Automata doesn't upset me.
It just upset you because it wasn't working.
No, it works fine. Why would you insinuate that it doesn't work?
You just said so. Anyway,
I've done these side
moving
quests.
swiftly onwards. So it took you 30 hours to
Complete the main. Well,
the first three
yes.
endings. Yeah.
The first 5.
I thought you said it was at 30 hours for up to C.
So
Doesn't
here's a quick quirk about Nier Automata and pretty much any game similar to this. When you complete the main campaign, you then actually have a chapter select, so you can go right to the end and finish the other ending.
Woo! That's nice.
Yes. Unlike Metal Gear Solid, where you had to play the whole game again to get the alternative ending.
See, all I remember really of that game is running around in a cardboard box going hee 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 hee, and then, you know, drugging myself up with the Azpan so I could shoot stuff from far away.
The Mazman. The Minmush Man. What am I
I
doing?
don't know.
Eliminate the machines.
Kind of. Anyway, so it's got replay value then.
I'll be honest, for a lot of people, no, it won't have replay value. For me, that loves the gameplay, the aesthetic, music, everything about this game I love. I've played it a few times, and I've played it on stream. I just love it.
Cool. So what's your favourite part of it? Or experience, shall we say?
The plot, honest. So you know that emote where the guys sort of like try not to cry, take a deep breath, rolling on the floor crying? Yeah?
Yeah, what was it? Oh look, internet, let's have a look. We can get the right one. It's like try not to cry, try not to cry a lot.
Yeah, something like that.
Ah, typing.
Typing's my fingers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, lie down, try not to cry a lot.
Yep, that's the one. Honestly, by the end of the game, I felt so moved. Might have been the fact that it was 5 in the morning. I felt so moved that oh my god, it's such a fucking good story. What else is there? Some people might just want to spoil the story for themselves. I don't. Like, I strongly advise just play the game, get the first-hand experience. So good.
Cool.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such too.
So, you said that you paid. Oh. Said. Me and my stumbling. You said that you paid retail price. What was?
Yes.
What was that?
I think it was about £45 when I actually bought it.
Cool. It's. I think it's what, about 20 or so. I know it's on sale on Humble Bundle for about 20 at the moment.
Yeah. So on Humble Bundle right now, it's on sale for £19.99. For PlayStation 4, I found it for the same price on Amazon, but on Steam itself, it is still full retail price at $39.99. It's a damn fine game.
And worth
In
it.
In the link below, I'll put a link to Humble Bundle with price. There is currently an offer on. And I believe, if my maths is correct, it'll still be on for a further 3 days after this highlights videos come out.
Cool. So we mentioned that there's multiple endings. Does it offer any additional modes beyond this?
No, it's just sort of like the open world story elements to it. There's nothing. There's no sort of like multiplayer elements. There's no adventure mode like in Diablo. None of that.
There's lots of different styles of gameplay from what I remember. You know, you had what we've got right now with you running around shooting things. I still love the fact that the bad guys look like walking tin cans.
Yes.
Or actually, more like those dustbins with like the swingy, the rounded top swingy ones. Sorry, they look like dustbins. But they're cute. And it's like, I'm meant to be threatened by this, but I'm kind of just sitting there going, oh, you're kind of cute. Shit, you're shooting at me. Then you've got like, I like one thing I mentioned. I don't know if we'll see on this or not. Is like how it changes perspective to the different. Like you've got the 3D view now, but then later on you'll get the sort of side-scrolling.
Yeah,
perspective.
We should hopefully see that at some point.
But then you've also got the bullet hell thing.
Yes, the bullet hell thing.
Which I don't like. I tried playing this at the weekend as well, and it was just like,
Did you play it on my Steam controller? You didn't, did you?
No, I played on my PS4 controller, connected up to the Steam Link because my thumbs are too short. Stubby thumbs.
Whereas I have gigantor thumbs. Do you know what they say about gigantor thumbs? You can use weirdly shaped controllers.
Yeah. Most of them in the market. Sorry, yawning. Not bored. Tired. Being ill sucks. So what's the difficulty curve like? Because, well, I found it just threw you into it and went, oh, by the way, you're fighting these things. You gonna tell me how? Not really. But I will. After you've killed them.
I wouldn't say it's as difficult as the likes of Dark Souls, but you do learn at later stages in the game the essence of dodging. So you will have seen at some periodic random points I do this weird sort of side flip, but then I kind of dissolve into 4 people or 4 copies of myself. This is the sort of last minute dodge mechanic which gives you the opportunity to do more damage. There's something this way. I don't know what it is. The game also heavily promotes you to just go around. Oh, let's see if I can actually trigger it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. 9S, stop ruining things. 9S, stop ruining things. Oh, you ruined things. Ruiner! Ruin things!
So yeah, you've got 9S, who's the other android, and then you've got the little floaty boxes that are your droid sidekick
Pods.
destructor laser beam cannons.
Yeah.
It'd be useful if they could carry coffee cups.
Androids don't eat.
Yeah, I know, but I'm waiting for the day when we can have like little personal drones that will just. I don't want much. I just want it to be able to carry like a cup of coffee or something, and keep up with you if you're running for a train. That's what I want. Because have you? Every time I'm like running for a train, or I'm just trying to get somewhere quickly, and I've got.
Here we go. Here we go. Ow! No, I failed that one. Come on! Come on! No! Come on! Hit me! Hit me! Hit me! Yeah, like that. See?
Okay, so basically you go all Dragon Ball Z.
I suppose, and the idea is that you dodge out of the way and so on and so forth.
Anyway, yeah,
But
as
you
I
do
was
more
saying,
damage.
I just want to be able to run for stuff with a hot drink without feeling like I'm either A, going to fall on my face, because let's be honest, I'm very good at doing that quite easily without trying. 24 hours. I was in Germany 24 hours and I'd face planted the pavement twice because my ankles just went, no! Fuck you! Really. Anyway. Or spilling it down myself, or just spilling it in general. Anyway, beside the point. Oh, something I meant to mention, talking about like we were saying, Steam controllers and MacGuffins. Does this work with a mouse and keyboard?
It does. I don't recommend it.
Okay. And again, jumping back to like any modes and things, is there any modding? Oh, actually, you did say there were mods, weren't there?
There are mods. Yeah, there are mods to actually help the game's performance and stuff. There aren't sort of Steam Workshop mods. Like these are heavily third-party stuff. That actually, here's a funny story that I discovered earlier in my tales of trying to get the game to actually behave itself. So, some people complained that a group of third-party individuals that were out to improve the quality of the game, right, to get it to work at the correct 1080p resolution, fixed an exploit that allowed a crack to work. So it's like, we can't pirate the game! I'm like,
well,
you know, if you want to support the game, buy the game.
Yeah.
Wait, where's that? There's something else here. Yeah, anyway, I'm looking at the mini-map, which I'm assuming is a blur to you right now.
I wasn't paying attention, sorry.
That's fine.
I was sending you a message.
On what, Twitter?
Gmail. It's basically... Yeah.
I'll read it.
Yes. Right. Okay, so given the conversations we've had so far about it, and regards to story, would you recommend someone going in blind to the story, or
Yes,
watching a Let's Play?
Don't watch a Let's Play.
Did you just stumble?
Yes.
Superpower for Android trips over their own feet. I feel so much better about myself right now.
Yep. I strongly recommend just play the game for your own experience. If you're not interested in this kind of gameplay, but you are in for the story, then sure, watch a Let's Play. You know, because you're in for the like. I watch the Game Grumps play the Legend of Zelda games. I have zero interest in actually playing them myself.
Couldn't tell you why though.
So, but if you want to play this yourself, don't watch a Let's Play. It'll ruin it for you. Oh shit! Oh shit! That's the bad. That's the bad. That's the bad. That's the bad. That's the bad.
Okay, so as we've gone over, we've got your Android, which is 2B. You've got 9S, and you've got your little.
What?
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I just said 2B waifu.
Oh, okay. So would that mean that that's your favourite character?
Oh God, yes. 2B best character.
Any particular reason why, other than she's in like sort of goth lolly outfit? Please don't let that be the reason.
That's not the entire reason. So, in all seriousness, she has a lot of growth in her character, which you watch like a lot of movies these days, and characters either grow unrealistically or what the go away. Oh no. Either characters grow unrealistically or they just don't grow at all, and like, oh yeah, you might as well just be a cardboard cutout of something. Get my point?
Instantly, what comes to mind is cough, Jurassic World, cough.
Oh, God! The least I have to remember about that film, the better.
I'm sorry.
The less I have to.
Still found the Indoraptor arms creepy.
I can smell things up to a mile! Just not this one.
Oh, was that with the bed scene?
No, I'm talking about like the scene where they're in the museum part and it's like climbing around all over the place.
Yeah. But also the bed scene, the power of the mystical bed that will protect your life from evil dinosaur.
This film is so bad. I'm sorry if anyone here likes it, but the film is so bad.
Right, so seeing as you mentioned that the game had an exploit that was being used to crack it, I'm assuming it's got DRM then.
I don't think it runs any DRM software. It might run the demonic de novo.
It looks like what humans used to wear long ago.
You need to have an
Certain
online
human collectors
connection
used
to
to
play
use
it.
face paint like that too.
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
Not like Sonic Mania, which
Makes no bloody sense. There's a reason I've got the Switch version as well. Wait, do I have the PC version? Or do I just have the... No, I've just got the PS4 version and the Switch version. Because I wanted to be able to take it with me.
Right, so at this point in time, I'm going to swap over to my other save, which will just be in a different environment, things like that.
Yeah, kind of, I'll be honest, it's pretty sand. It's a lot of sand.
Oh, Christ, what was the saying? I can't remember. I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. I think that's what he says.
Yes. I'm being
Pretty sure that's what he says.
pop culturally challenged here. What?
Oh, it's Star Wars Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, okay.
No. Was it Attack of the Clones? I think it was Attack of the Clones where Anakin is talking to Padme, and it's just like...
Yeah, I've watched that once. In the cinema.
For you.
When it came out. So, why poor me? Have you seen it more? Have you seen it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Have you seen it more than once?
No, fortunately.
Yeah. So so we're at the same levels of poorness.
What's this? Lost girl. Oh, that's good. No, that's the sand! Let's not go back to the sand. Okay, fine, let's just keep going a bit further with this plot. So this is a bit further on into the game. Probably maybe an hour. It's not that much further. So, also, this is... I want to highlight something that you don't really see in the core game itself, until you sort of explore for yourself. You have different sets of, like mods in Warframe. You can customize your character, and you can get it to do all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. So if we have a look, you'll see that we've got my operating system, chip, so on and so forth. And from this, you can do crazy stuff, like you can increase your attack, your crit chance, so on and so forth. Yeah. Auto use items, so I've got it to actually use health things automatically for me. So this is a big part of the game that is often overlooked because the game's tutorial system just doesn't exist for it. I found that with Final Fantasy VII, it didn't really do a good job of explaining to you how materia worked and things, and I was just like, what? Again, weapons and things. So you can get all sorts of weapons. Bare fists, I can punch things. So, yeah, but I typically use the staple weapons, the signature weapons, just because I like the aesthetic of them. So, yeah.
So, does the game have any sort of form of progression, other than just leveling?
So, in the top left-hand corner, you'll see that I'm currently level 57. I don't know what that means apart from I do more damage. So, yeah, there is... I just shredded that. Just got shredded. So much shred. Yeah, it does actually have a progression system, but it's kind of minor. It kind of just takes a back seat. Why is it on fire?
Thoughts are angry?
Nope. 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 This one, evil. Wow. Yeah, so when you complete the game and you come back, I don't think it's dead. You will randomly encounter these horrifically difficult enemies. So like this is half my level and I'm doing sweet FA in terms of damage, whereas in a moment I'll come across more enemies and just completely shred them.
So, do these only spawn after you've completed the game once?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. This is the one that you fought over the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm assuming they have extra plot points connected to them?
So, in the game, you kind of experience the... I want to say, oh shit. The existentialism of these soldiers. You know, you are a soldier, they are soldiers. God damn, bastard. And you are going through the plot of the game and you're seeing what it's like for all these different characters to experience life in different ways. So it is a very interesting narrative, and this thing fell off again. There it is. Come here. Don't want to ignore you. Can I go down there? And then it freaking gets up here. Great. Oh my god! If you go back down there, I swear to God.
It's just trying to speak.
Yeah, then. So yeah, you'll see me trying to dodge more and more using that cool crazy mechanic.
Cool. So, do you feel if there's any sort of features of the gameplay that needs work, or
the PC port certainly needs work, but I think no, it's a good solid game.
So you've not had to patch it massively from the moment you bought it.
No.
That's refreshing. So you mentioned that the just before that you mentioned the sort of leveling up system and things like that, so you could sort of customize your character and blah blah blah. That wasn't really shown to you via a tutorial or anything like that. What about the rest of the game, like introducing you to the characters, the controls, things like that?
The game does have a very solid tutorial in how to actually do things, but it is a bit brutal in you having to discover stuff yourself. You know, like how to dodge and things like that. Well, whereas a lot of...
I remember over the weekend it did tell me how to dodge after I needed to have to dodge, but yeah. It just felt a bit like it was an okay tutorial. It just would have been nice if it had told you the key information that you needed before you had your face punched in.
Yeah.
Is that what we need to protect?
Let's take him out already.
But it's sort of like, so would you say it does a good job, even though it's a little bit in the wrong order?
Yes. Certainly.
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
What about as an introduction to the JRPG genre? Do you think it's a good one?
In terms of like the action adventure games, I would certainly say it's a good one. In terms of what else is there? In terms of action RPG, sorry, in terms of the JRPG, I don't know. I'm not quite sure if there is a ultimate JRPG anyone should really can pick up or anything like that. I think there's always going to be a learning curve with the first one anyone ever plays.
Yes, I had.
I think that's the last
Before I
of the
played,
machines.
you know, the first JRPG I ever played was FF7.
2B, 9S.
And I don't think I ever completed it because I think everybody spoiled it by the time that I went in completely blind, not having a clue because I hadn't played anything like that before. Because even though I'd had a PlayStation, so I'd had a Mega Drive and a Game Boy, maybe a Game Gear by that point. Yeah. I hadn't played that type of game. I played more. The most I played was sort of platformers and things. So that was a bit of an interesting jump. Mainly because why can't I jump?
If you say so.
Oh, and also just to make sure you're referring to action RPGs, just to make sure.
No, action adventure.
Action adventure RPGs. Or action adventure games. What are you meaning with regards to that? Are you meaning things like Zelda and
Devil May Cry, Darksiders?
Yeah,
those sorts of games.
Yeah.
I'd also say Dark Souls is also in that same ilk, although a bit hellish.
Brutal. Let's go brutal.
Demonic.
So, even though you're playing this for the review, and you've played quite a lot of it, are you going to continue playing it? Dumb question.
Probably when I have time.
Yeah.
This is certainly the sort of game that I think, like Crisis, or Crisis 2 specifically, what else is there? The original Doom and Doom 2. These are sorts of games that you can just pick up in like 10 to 20 years time and they still be a cult classic.
That's does it have any room for a sequel, or does it package everything up nicely?
So, this is a very good question! Because this plot! Because apparently it is a sequel! And I'm like, what? I don't understand how this is a sequel! So, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of the plot. In all honesty, I don't know. I've not played the other games. This was done by a creator of a series of games, first off called Drakengard, which was the third followed by the first. So the third was a prequel, and after that it goes from Drakengard 1 to Nier, right? And then after Nier goes to Nier... Sorry, oh god, was it Nier Gestalt?
Well, I thought Nier Gestalt was Nier.
No, so there's Nier Gestalt and Nier Replicant.
Yeah,
right?
Nier Replicant... I thought my understanding was that Nier Gestalt was the standard version that we got, and Replicant is what Japan got.
Whichever one Japan got, that is where Nier Automata follows on from. Right? Because it had a ending that, or its plot was slightly different, which works with Nier Automata.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jesus. No.
But it's something weird. Like Nier is a spin-off from the fifth ending of Drakengard 1.
Yeah.
Because there's there's Drakengard 1 and 2, and then as you said, there's
3.
Prequel.
Yeah.
Which, so this followed on, so Nier followed on from that ending of Drakengard 1. There were alternate versions of Nier, because it was designed, what one was for the Western market, the other one was for the Japanese market, and then this follows on from the end, one of the endings of the Japanese market.
It's freaking
It is
huge.
replicant.
Yeah.
Completely clear and straightforward.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, so you asked me, could there be a sequel? Yeah, there could be a sequel.
Crap! It's blocking range attacks with EMP blasts. We've got to find another way to damage.
So does the game have any sort of themes or scenes and stuff that would stop you from recommending it?
But the enemy's electromagnetic camouflage is making it impossible to aim. We need you to find the emitter and take it out.
So, playing the B ending, you have to play as 9S.
EMP generator target confirmed.
And
Proposal. Destroy the
I
generator
find
quickly.
9S, like, he gets better. His plot gets really, really good after the B ending. Fuck me, he is annoying as shit. Like, there's whiny, there's and then there's Shinji Ikari from Evangelion whiny, and you know,
Data obtained
that
from command.
freaking 9S is not far from that in my opinion.
This machine life form is a lone sighting
Like, there's just
20 years
points
ago.
in time where I would start screaming at my monitor, shut up, shut up, shut up, stop talking, stop ruining my fun. I don't, but as I said, he has a really good development in character later on in the game. But it's just like, oh my god, that B playthrough. Like, why'd you hate me? Why'd you hate me so much?
And any recommendations of games that are similar to this one or worth playing? Ow! I shouldn't have done that.
What'd you do?
I pulled my sock off and it hurt. My ankle's still not right.
Oh.
Pointy feet not happening. Or putting pressure on pointy feet and then pointy feet and then putting pressure on it. No, it didn't like that. I'll go with Prina Copper afterwards.
So, any games that would be a good alternative? See, I would actually argue things like the oh shit, potentially Dead Cells, the new. I really want to play the new Gears of War, but unfortunately, not Gears of War, God of War. But unfortunately, I don't have a PlayStation 4 in order to do it. But yeah, it's that ilk of game.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Electromagnetic interference eliminated. Preparing for satellite laser strike.
My brain's gone.
To be best waifu.
Oh, come on!
Okay, so
Got an electromagnetic barrier
said
over
that,
its whole body?
those are the games that you recommended. Is there anything that other games could learn from this one, or vice versa?
Are you Yorha?
I think it's super important that when you are making a PC version of the game, you don't emulate it, right? Because that's what's happening here. It would run so much better if it was a proper port. So that's one thing that I don't think this is done well
I have an
with.
idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I
Plot,
just marked.
narrative. Sorry, that's the same thing. What am I talking about? The plot. I'm going to say story. Jesus Christ, shut up. Plot, sound, visuals, acting, all of these really contribute to Nier Automata. Hey, do you want to see my big gun?
I'll help aim.
That thing really reminds me of like the big
We need more firepower.
things, slug-like things, armored slug-like things from
That's right.
Ghibli movie,
Found some fire in
Nausicaa.
its stupid mouth.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched that in a long time.
Yeah, me either. I would probably watch it more often if I was, you know, sacrilege. I had the dubbed version.
Nah. Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart's in it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Pretty sure he is.
I don't know. I've got a Chinese release of it, legit Chinese release, which is weird. But it's in Chinese or Japanese with English subtitles, which do make sense, which is nice. But yeah, it's not one I watch that often.
It was designed to help annihilate the androids, but it wound up going out of control.
Just to point out, I've run out of questions.
Coolio! Right. Well, as Yi has run out of questions, I just want to say a small thing, which should have been a question, which I'll probably have to add in later. I love the music of this game so much. It has won so many awards, but I love just listening to it at work. It is such a enjoyable experience to behold, you know. So that's certainly the one thing I want to end on a good note. I love this game. I do recommend everyone to get it. Even if it's a case of you don't have a PlayStation 4, sure, get it for PC. It runs fairly well. It runs better than Monster Hunter World does on my PC. And yeah, I think it'll run on most machines. So yeah, do it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this highlights video, probably not the raw, no one ever watches those. Leave a like, subscription, comment, bacon.
Press the bell.
Ow!
But I knocked my microphone.
While Yi knocks. Shit! I died. And yeah, so I can't. Yeah, it's an excellent game. Everyone should play it. We're done, right?
Yeah, we're done, right.
Cool. Right. Okay, let me just fast forward. Have you stopped your audio?
No.
Okay, do you want to stop your audio then?
Yep.